Currently, we're using the acronym P.E.A.C. Your first firefighter through the door is P, your point firefighter. Your second firefighter is equipment. Your third firefighter is air. And your fourth, your company officer. Your point firefighter should be your senior firefighter. He should be able to make educated size-up decisions and determine special equipment that he may or may not need to take. Ideally, he should be hands-free or take a thermal imaging camera to follow the downed firefighter's hose line in. Your equipment firefighter, or the second one in line, should carry the tool bag. He should be able to communicate with the point firefighter for potential entanglement hazards, hallways that might need to be illuminated, and to mark additional points of egress or ingress for additional rescue teams. That firefighter is your standby firefighter when you get there. He should be available to man a hose line for you in the event that it is an unstable situation. He can also spread the lift sheet out for a point of egress. Your air firefighter, or the third one in line, will be carrying the Scott RIT Bag 3. It's the air bottle and the transfill adapter for your downed firefighters and your RIC team. The company officer ideally will be the last one in line. He's able to keep accountability with the thermal imaging camera of his crew. Once he gets there, he's also able to continuously monitor the immediate work area. He's able to point out additional means of egress and locate any other victims. He's getting benchmarks from his firefighters at each shoulder and then relaying them back to command. Okay, so we'll walk through this step by step. Go ahead, guys, make entry. So as we're looking, I'm monitoring my crew to see what my senior firefighter is going to do. He's decided to crawl at this point. Making entry, he's counting the couplings going in. He's identified the correct hose line prior to going in. We'll chalk the doors to make sure that's our exit, and we'll take a position to crawl and maintain continuity as a crew and intact with our hose line. Once we've located and reached the downed firefighter, the point firefighter's task is to remove any debris from him. He can have assistance from the equipment firefighter if necessary. Once he's free from debris and sat up, the point firefighter will move to his right shoulder. We do this for several reasons. He's going to shut off his pass device if it's activated. He's going to check his air level. He's going to make sure his mask is in place, identify if he's conscious or unconscious, and check for any injuries.
1,500 pounds of air, mask in place, unconscious, unknown injuries.
Your equipment firefighter, or the second one in line, should carry the tool bag. He should be able to communicate with the point firefighter for potential entanglement hazards, hallways that might need to be illuminated, and to mark additional points of egress or ingress for additional rescue teams. At this point, I get with Joe and tell him to either man the nozzle to put us in a protected position, check and make sure there's no closer egress, or Joe, in this case, I'd like you to spread the tarp out behind the firefighter because that's the way we're going to extricate. The air firefighter, located on the left shoulder, will identify the battery pack on the Scott. Slide his hand down to locate the transfill. Depending on the amount of air called out by the point firefighter,
1,500 pounds of air,
the transfill may or may not take place, but the benchmark of transfill complete will be given regardless.
Transfill complete.
They'll communicate that amongst themselves. Meanwhile, I'm going to give a report to command saying we've located the fallen firefighter. I know this because I can identify him from his helmet, his mask, and his coat from any position. By sitting him up, that allows me to do that. After I acquired my benchmarks from my point and my air firefighter, we're ready to move. This is peak positioning. Point, equipment, air, company officer.